They about to look at the shit that I'm on. Why don't we get in topic? Crew looking like Pentatonics, locked in, recording in tropics. In the East, big 3, big bronzy B, way good. He working on optics. Talk biz while smoking exotics. We lit, never thought about it. Cause they about to look at the shit that I'm on. Why don't we get in topics? Sitting way back, all black, I'm talking. Feeling like Shaq, I weigh my options. In the East, big 3, big bronzy B, way good. He working on optics. Talk biz while smoking exotic. It's all see all the projects.
What's up? RCR presents MSD Sports, and we back at it with another one. My name is Sam, also known as Bobby K. We got Mikey over here. We got David Kevin over here. And let's go, Mikey, introduce yourself. Mikey, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon from a sunny Los Angeles. It's your boy Michael John. What up, MSD? Let's get it.
Yes,
been a couple weeks, y'all.
Sir, it's been a long time. Kenny, what's up?
What's going on? You know what it is. You know I am. It's your boy, Mr. Club Paradise, a.k.a. Camden Lee. And I am with the greatest trio ever assembled, MSD Sports. Guys, it's been a couple weeks.
Yes.
We've had a lot going on.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and it's the three of us today. It's crazy. I'm excited. I'm excited.
It's been a while since us three got together.
I know. It's been a minute.
Shout out Simba, and
yes,
our special guest.
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes,
Thank
yes.
you for the appearances. Let's get it. But let's talk about the MSD Sports episode 53 agenda, everybody.
Come on.
MLB updates. Let's go. It's been a month and a half. 2 months, let's say.
Yes.
May's almost over.
Yep.
NFL news. Some breaking news happened today. We're going to talk about it. And then we're going to wrap it up with some nice NBA playoffs. It is in the sweet spot, everybody. We in the Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to talk about it. And let's go. Baseball, everybody.
Oh, man.
MLB. What team should we talk about first? Or
You could start with the Yanks. I mean, listen, tell us.
We got to start with something good.
I'm wearing my pinstripes today. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the Yankees. You know
Yeah, talk about your guys. Let's hear.
You see, we second place right now in the AL East. You know, we still chilling around.
What did the Rays took first? Yeah, they've been on a run. They've been on a real run.
31-15.
Talk about it.
They are leading the MLB. I feel like. Oh, never mind the Braves. Excuse me.
Yeah, Braves have been going crazy. I know.
Let's talk about go back to the Yankees. We have a couple good news and a couple bad news over here. You know,
Start with the good news. I want to end on a strong note.
We got our ace coming back on Friday. Gerrit Cole is finally back on the mound since he pitched in Game 5 in the World Series. That was his last time he pitched, and he is back on Friday on the mound. Wow. Very nice.
Let's go.
You got Tommy John.
Yeah.
You kind of need him back too, from what I hear.
Because Max Fried is in the IL now.
Yeah.
We did get Rodon back.
Okay.
But now, Cam Schlittler's still balling. That's what I'm talking about. That's some good news, everybody. Cam Schlittler. I'm saying the last episode, I'm saying this episode, he about to win a Cy Young this year. Cam Schlittler, everybody. That's about the good news, but we got to talk about this bad news. We got to address some problems here.
Some few issues.
We got issues here. Mr. David Bednar and the Yankee bullpen has been a little struggling out as of late here. Except the days Schlittler or Fried pitches, it's tough.
Yeah.
You know, a starter has to give you at least 5, in my opinion. That's at least the point where it's all right, you did your job.
Yep.
These 4 innings, the bullpen will handle it for you. But this man, David Bednar, has been struggling as of late. I think his ERA is above a 5, and he's been giving up these runs in the 9th inning. But I feel like ever since Mariano Rivera left, there hasn't been a stable closer for the Yankees. No. And I feel like the closer role is so vital into this baseball game in this day and age.
Yep.
So yeah, that's not good.
Guys, when you kind of look at the Yankees over the last 10 games, they've been 3-7, and the run differential hasn't gone crazy. You guys are still on a plus 69. I think really what it's been boiled down to, exactly like you said, it's those close run games that you guys are just not edging out. And I wonder, is it because of the money that you guys haven't been spending? I know you guys spent a lot of money on the offseason in terms of getting starting pitchers and making sure that was kind of sequenced in a great way. But in terms of, a closer, are there real closers out there in the game today? I don't really know of a Jonathan Papelbon or or like you said even before, Mariano Rivera. I'm not hearing those. We had Chapman, but
who's the kid on Miller?
Yeah,
is that who it is?
Miller.
Mason Miller. He's going crazy.
Padres are number 1, so they ain't gonna get rid of him.
Right, for sure.
It's tough.
Well, I will say this. One thing I know is that the AL East is always competitive and close, so I'm not surprised about that. But the whole AL is looking wide open. Red Sox are in last place in the AL East, but I'm pretty sure we're like 2 or 3 games out of the wild card now. Yep. It's that close. The whole American League, bro. It's still wide open. I think that one strong suit that the Yankees have had is the pitching, just like the Red Sox.
Yes.
It's really when the bats are quiet that the issues come, and the Red Sox have some players, Cody Durden and some Trevor Story hitting terrible OPS. So it's like, no wonder. At least you guys have Aaron Judge, Ben Rice, some of these other Bellinger, right? You have players who I feel like are consistently able to put runs on the board, which is why your record stays well, because those bats are hitting. When you're in the top 10, I'm pretty sure Yankees are top 5 in ERA. Yep. And Red Sox are top 10. So it's like the pitching is doing fine. It's really where the bat's at. And you could see a lot of the teams that are doing well this year, the Braves, the Dodgers. It's because their pitching correlates, right?
Well, it's funny you talk about the Sox. Like, it's almost like the tale of two cities when you look at the Yankees and the Sox. The Yankees have a plus 69 run differential. The Red Sox have a minus 18 run differential. And so you would think, you know what I mean? Oh, compared to the Baltimore Orioles, which is minus 54, you would think, oh, if you're in last place, you should have the worst run differential in the thing. But it's not that. It's just that in crucial games when it really matters, you know, our bats aren't showing up.
You would think that our ERA would be higher than it is, like well over a 4. We're like sitting comfortably under 3 right now. And the starting pitching hasn't been like great for the Red Sox, but it hasn't been bad enough to where it is. Now, there's a few people I have to, I got a couple bones to pick. Brian Bello was amazing last year, has been terrible this year. Really, really bad this year so far. But you do have some bright spots still. Peyton Toll pitching well. Sonny Gray pitching well as of recently. And Ranger Suarez has showed he's been our most consistent. Hopefully Crochet can come back and get on track. But, I mean, same suspects that we talked about last time, too. I feel like we talked about Wilson Contreras, Wilyer Abreu being the people carrying with the bats. And it's a lot of the same. That's really a lot of the same of what's been going on. Our relief pitching hasn't been terrible either. It's kind of worked itself out a little bit more from earlier in the year. I know Weissert, we was kind of like getting a little pissed with him, but he's been they've been decent. Chapman hasn't been giving up. He's on same pace as last year. So hopefully I'm just going to stay the course. We're 47 games into the year and we're 7 games below 500. Stick the course.
You just need more offense.
That's it.
That's what I'm
exactly.
Saying. We've scored 170 runs scored this year. The next closest in the division is at 194, so almost 24, and then the next closest to that is to 211. So it's like we haven't even close to 200 in terms of runs scored all season. So it's like I said, I think when we talked about it before, it's a little colder in Boston during these first few months of baseball, okay? The guys got to get acclimated. Obviously, there's a lot of night games because guys want to go see, us play, so it's a little bit cooler. So I'm not expecting the things to fly. I'm waiting to see after this month. Let's see what June, July, and August looks like at Fenway, and hopefully the bats will start flying. We'll be a little bit more juiced up.
Yeah, flashback to last year. It took a really hot September for us to get that wild card spot, if you remember, right? So baseball is a long year, long season. There's not much separation between the front of the pack and the back of the pack, so no worries. Let's just get the bats going and they'll be fine, because the pitching is not the issue for either of our teams
but we
here.
Spend money on it.
The pitching is really not an issue. And in that, even with that being said, for the Red Sox, we have a lot of room for improvement because we've had some bad outings from Ranger Suarez. We've had some bad outings from Brian Bello. We've had some bad outings from Crochet this year. If Crochet and Bello can get it back to relative success like last year, we'll be right there come later in the year. So, shout out to the Braves, shout out to the Dodgers. I saw they've been some good teams. I've seen them kind of doing their thing. As always, the Dodgers, of course, doing their thing.
But the Dodgers, here's the thing, and we got to talk about that. Obviously, me rocking my little Dodgers gear today. We're in second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And over especially the last 10 games, we're basically 500, 5-5. I feel like we're not necessarily. These are the months where you're starting to get into divisional opponents, and I think both our teams in terms of the Sox and our LA team in terms of the Dodgers are both struggling when it comes to their interconference teams. Yeah. It's a tough division in both of those. You know what I mean? So I
Stay
mean,
the course.
how are we feeling, YBK? How are we feeling about the Dodgers? How are we feeling about Shohei? I heard he's still been balling out.
I mean, Shohei's ERA is like less than a 1 right now.
Yeah, he's making up
With
for
that Cy Young, he says.
the lack of bat with how he's pitching right now.
I mean, the Dodgers look pretty good to me. I mean, it's the continuity that we always talk about.
Right.
You know, it's how important that is. And the stars are being stars. Like, Mookie's back. Thank God they didn't demote Kim. They kept Kim. I think they demoted, like, Freeland.
Yep.
But, yeah, good for them. I feel like right now, for them, there's nothing to lose for them, right? It's like they're 2 back-to-back, World Series champions. They're about to win their 3. So, like, I feel like, as we talked about, it's very early. And good for the Padres, guys. They've been always the little brother, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're like, guys, like, let's go. Like, let's try to beat these guys and try to go to the World Series. Because for the National League, the Dodgers are like the only. That's the only
threat.
They can't even look at the World Series guys even before like nothing. They gotta defeat their older brothers.
You gotta defeat the big
yeah,
brother.
the National League Kings right now. So we can't. These National League teams.
Yeah, Dodgers can just like stay the course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a long season. A lot of Snell is back on the injured list, and
like once you bring them to the playoffs, they've been there. So like they're like, I bet like this is what we're.
yeah.
Do you think that Shohei focusing on the pitching is going to bite them in the butt later towards the end of the season, or do you think that it's just him pitching is a good thing and it's gonna bring a little bit more, strength in that bullpen? Because I feel like as a player, I like seeing Shohei hit. I like the fans that come and see him. I like all that stuff. Instead of you seeing kind of every 5 days, 6 days type thing, especially if he's not hitting well.
He hasn't been hitting the same too. It's definitely a good question because when he's been focused on the hitting and base running, he's been like a menace at the plate.
That's what I'm saying.
But he hasn't felt the same sort of. It's not like he's having a terrible year. Don't get me wrong. It's just not necessarily crazy Shohei stats, right, that we're used to. But the pitching is unbelievable. To be a hitter like this and pitching how he's pitching is unbelievable. But it's a good question that could it bite them to change that role? I don't know. It's to be seen. They're so deep in talent that I don't think it matters, to be honest with you.
Remember when we think about the San Francisco Giants during the Barry Bonds years, people were afraid of Barry. People were like, I don't want to pitch to him. I need to pitch around him. But because the lineup back then was so great, they had to pitch to him. So I kind of feel like that mystique is what Shohei has had over the last couple years, especially last year. And I'm just wondering if I'm like, if I'm even a pitcher going against Shohei, I'm like, you're not on top of the game like you used to. I'm gonna pitch at you a little bit more than normal. I just wonder how that's gonna feel in the postseason. That's just something. It's just a nugget, just a little nugget. Take it and pull it away.
Undeniably, it's more of a scouting report to both hit and pitch, right?
Yeah.
Because you'd have to both study your pitches and tendencies of the batters you're facing and go into your game like, okay, this is their starting pitcher and this is their relief pitchers. This is how I would bat against that player. It's undoubtedly more like study and film. So
I feel like then it brings to the question of like this. I know they say the Dodgers make their money back of the $700 million contract, $765
right
contract, but still, like I feel like then why did you sign Shohei? We signed Shohei because I wanted to see him pitch and bat.
Exactly.
That's the unicorn that I'm looking for. That's the unicorn that I gave him a lot of money for.
fair.
But now you're telling me, okay, now he's like trophy chasing now, like because he got everything. It's like, come on now, like I signed you because when you pitch, you go bat. I expect you to bat the next inning because you're leading off.
Right.
I want to see that.
That exactly.
Strike out the side, and then you're wearing batting gloves, and you hit a home run. But he did that. And that's what we want to see.
That's what I'm saying.
How many innings did he pitch last year?
Let me see.
Because didn't he not get like okay to pitch until the end of the year?
Halfway through the
47 innings.
Okay, so he's already pitched this year as much as he pitched last year, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. That's a big, big difference. I don't mind it while it's successful, but we'll see. We'll see if it has a different tone.
I'm just want to
if we're gonna let anyone do it, it's got to be Shohei. Shohei can do whatever the hell he wants after the 2 years they've had. I mean, he can do whatever he wants.
But of course, like that's trying.
Except for
he
that bet on.
He already got everything he needed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And the Dodgers are like, but we already got the championship. The double we got him. So
yeah.
Like, I feel like it's true, but just to talk about.
Just to talk.
I mean, is Shohei still MVP favorite?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say.
I have another baseball question.
Talk to me.
Run it.
Okay, so right now we have an issue with the catching of the Yankee fan in the catching department. Austin Wells has been struggling,
Okay.
but he's our catcher, so he has to catch our starting rotation and our bullpen.
Of course.
Are you in the stance of calling pitches versus doing bad offensively reflect each other? You got me? It's like, would you put a catcher that's
I mean, it
struggling
offsets
offensively
at
to
some point.
call pitches? Because the catcher should have more knowledge of these pitches, right? Like what's coming, how it curves,
Right.
So as a catcher, you should know, but as a hitter, you are failing.
Right.
So
You're saying what's more?
I don't know. What do you guys think about
Do you
that?
are you saying do you attribute it?
No,
in a
it's like,
sense.
so do they reflect each other, or like do you?
Well, I mean, like sometimes it offsets. Like if you're a really good defender, it doesn't matter if you're trash at the plate because that's just a role you have to fill. Some catchers can't catch everyone. Now, if you're not throwing tricky pitches, like if someone's like got a funky pitch, remember Veritek didn't catch for Wakefield.
Yep.
Doug Mirabelli caught for him.
Yep.
Like the knuckleball,
Yep.
because it's like a different. Okay, it's one thing, but if you can't catch like the regular like starting rotations, like pitching like 2 seamers and 4 seamers and like just like some sliders, curves, I don't know what to say. Like then maybe there it is an issue. It's really I don't think it's causing the record to show like terribly. Like you guys are still like above 500 and okay. So
But the argument goes like, do we look for a new catcher because at least you have to contribute offensively a little bit.
yeah,
You gotta-
you,
yeah,
You can't just be an easy out and then
And I think that's true. Like you can't be creating errors because that's what it is when you're not catching the ball. Those are errors. And if you see 2 errors on a scorecard, you're gonna be
wild
like,
pitches,
that's a lot. So it's like if you're not able to hit amazing, which catchers aren't known for that. At the end of the day, there's very few that will really.
Cal Raleigh is like a new case. That's why it was such like a big
Do you know what
deal
I'm saying?
last year.
It's very difficult to catch and to hit well. Like that's just
Salvador
it's
Perez.
Not,
Like
it's not really a thing. So
there's not a lot of them.
Right. I'm not blaming the hitting. That's something that I think is pedestrian as a catcher. I think I am blaming him though that you're not catching the balls. That's I think that's what it is. And it stems to a question for me, is ABS the real reason why he's having an issue? Framing pitches a little bit better, having to be in certain spots, knowing, because that's really what I think what happens as a catcher. You're trying to hold a spot or you're trying to frame a pitch and you're not either staying exactly where you are in terms of being locked in, or you know what I mean. So I wonder if that's kind of having something to do with it. Him trying to frame too much, if that makes sense. Sorry.
Yeah, we're having a very tough time in the catching department.
Yeah, you always got to look to upgrade positions.
Would you trade him? Or
If
would
someone's
you get
not
rid of
playing
him?
well, you got to look to upgrade it.
Sorry, but
Simple as that.
The hype of him hitting that 3-run home run Dominican Republic team to advance them to like the quarterfinals or semifinals, that was a hype moment. But
You think that's saving? You think
That
that's
was
saving
it.
his job right now?
yeah,
Is that saving his job right now? At the end of the day,
Austin,
No.
but at least Will Smith 254.
what is he hitting right now?
He's not even in the damn freaking rankings, guys. He's hitting a 173.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5
Tough.
touches OPS, yeah.
Ooh.
He's an easy out right now.
Ooh.
It's tough. It's tough.
Oh, I think me and Mikey hit better than that.
I know.
Sheesh.
Mikey, you catch before?
Yeah.
So you gotta.
But I understand, like catchers, like not every catcher is going to be a good hitter. It's just
But you gotta hit 200. You gotta at least hit 200.
I'm sure if they let him play, like if he plays another 40 games, 47 games, whatever you're at, and he's still hitting 173, like obviously you need to bench him. Obviously.
Okay.
If it's that bad, like you have to be able to like get, or at least walk if you like walk, get the average up a little bit if you can't, or like advanced runners, like you got to do something. You got to play a role, and
You can't be a pedestrian on offense. You can't.
Especially in the major league level.
No, not at all.
all right.
Man, shoot.
So it's like a marathon. It's not a sprint with MLB. So I'm not trying to. I'm just
I'm just trying to keep.
I take it step by step. Let's see if the Sox can claw their way up. We'll see y'all up there.
Speaking of sprint, you guys want to do a quick dash? I know it's been a minute since we talked about the NFL.
Oh, I mean, listen, we got to make a stopover.
Do you guys want to make a quick? I know.
Please.
Listen, I know there's a lot of NBA. There's a lot of things happening, but I want to just take a quick second to go to the NFL.
Let's go.
Guys, there's been a lot happening. A lot of great news.
Schedules released.
A lot of schedules released.
Yeah.
We got. It looks like Thanksgiving is going to be football mania because there's a game before Thanksgiving, multiple games on Thanksgiving, and then there is a Friday night game, and I think there's also a Saturday game. So I think
It's gonna be a great week.
the whole week.
It's gonna be a great week.
I feel bad for everybody who doesn't like football because I tell you this right now, I'm gonna be eating Thanksgiving dinner, Thanksgiving leftovers, Thanksgiving prep. All of my Thanksgiving is gonna be dedicated to the NFL. How do you guys feel about the NFL pretty much taking over Thanksgiving,
Good.
as well as Christmas?
Yeah, I love it. I'm all for it. I love NFL games on those holidays, as well as the international slate that they've widened this year. And hey, listen, Seattle and Pat's gonna run it back to open the year. That's crazy.
That
A
is
little
crazy.
Super Bowl rematch.
Yep.
I was like, that's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
But no, it's been nice to see the schedules released. I don't know how the Eagles schedule is looking, Sam, but we could get your live reaction right now. I think I heard a little no way right there as you.
I was saying no way about your Super Bowl.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I know it's gonna.
We're running it back.
The first game.
First
No,
game of the season.
I know.
Last season, the first game of this season.
I know, and they don't always do the Super Bowl rematch to start the very first game like it comes, but there's some good games on the schedule this year.
The NFL made it spicy this year. I don't know, who they've been watching. If maybe some Madden experts or whatever. But they created a schedule where it is must-watch TV for most of it.
Yeah.
We start off. We can talk about the Pats, and then we can maybe get to Philly a little later. We start off against Seattle Seahawks, and then I think we're playing the
Steelers.
Okay.
Steelers. Of course, we're going to play the Bills twice, but I think some of the notable games are we're going to play Detroit.
Yep.
We got KC, and we also got Broncos. Little AFC Championship rematch in the year. Yeah, we played the Bills twice,
Bills
of course,
twice
because
every
we
year.
always play them. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's
we
also play the Bears too.
Yeah.
So Drake May versus Caleb Williams. Let's see who the king of it is. So I'm gonna.
in the building.
Of course, it's not as easy of a schedule as like last year as everyone, you know what I mean? But I still am not, I'm feeling confident. I think they'll be all right. And especially when we get that news, if we get that news of AJ Brown coming to the squad, that would definitely give me a little bit more pep in the step as we go into this year. 10 wins, hopefully, or more.
I'm hoping.
11 wins.
I'm looking at this schedule. It looks a little difficult. It could be a hit or miss, I think, for me. In terms of if we get AJ Brown and we're looking like we really need to be, I think we're gonna be all right. But
see how that running game is too this year.
That's what I'm saying. That's really what we got to see. And there's a lot of teams on this schedule where their run defense is pretty decent.
Let's see if the Jets improvements make them a better team, right? So we'll see. Sam, who's the Eagles got on their schedules this year?
Schedule. I wish you had a picture like yours.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to the New England Patriots website designer because that was a sick little graphic right there.
We're going to start off with the Commanders.
Okay.
Yeah, a little divisional matchup.
Yeah.
Titans, okay, Bears.
Okay.
Rams, there you go, Rams.
Rams at Lincoln Financial.
Wow.
Oh, in Philly. Because didn't they play in LA this year?
Yep.
That's right.
Jacksonville.
Okay.
Panthers.
Okay.
And then
Your divisional games this year will be interesting because I know a lot of people are high on the Giants this year.
Yep.
Got Harbaugh,
We have
you know what I mean?
Week 10, not bad.
Okay.
I like that. Ooh, Steelers.
That should be a good one.
I like
Aaron Rodgers, a little
that. This
something.
is our Thursday Thanksgiving week 1.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Cowboys.
Colts. Okay, Seahawks on your schedule. So you guys got a few.
got a tough schedule.
that little last three.
You guys got a tough schedule.
15, 16, 17 is not a easy stretch for y'all right there.
Yeah.
15, 16, 17 is a tough little stretch.
They
I wonder how San Francisco's going to look this year too.
Y'all look a little spicy.
Houston
over
looks
there.
good, but that's going to be a tough one.
How are you feeling? First look at the schedule right here. What are you thinking? Are you a little nervous?
I definitely make the playoffs for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't worried.
I'm a little worried for you guys. I'm going to be honest. I feel like Washington underperformed last year, right?
Yep.
Jaden Daniels injured a lot, so I would guess they'll do a little bit better this year. New York Giants upgraded a lot, so I think they're going to do a bit better this year.
Wow.
it's not easy divisional
Don't forget
games
about,
that
don't
you're
forget
getting.
about my Dallas Cowboys. Don't forget about the Dallas Cowboys.
They always are pester. They always pester the Eagles once a year.
That's
I feel
what I'm
like
saying.
they win one of those.
They put a monkey in the wrench once or twice.
Y'all better win those the matchups versus the Cardinals
you
and
have-
the Titans. You have to win those ones for sure.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Titans, Steelers. You got to win all of them.
Yeah, you can't have any freak games.
Yeah.
You got Washington at
Yeah.
home at Washington. I think you guys can pull that out. Away at the Titans, I think you can do that. Monday Night Football, I don't know.
I like Chicago game.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
Then you got then you're versing the Rams. Yeah. Then you're facing the Jaguars in London.
So
y'all
the
fly-
Jaguars
y'all-
is at home.
Yes,
So
y'all heading
Jaguars is at home.
Y'all heading
going to London?
You heading to London?
Oh, what?
That's the Jaguars' home stadium. You know that.
what?
The fans in London, they always play. It's
Yep.
always the Jaguars that
Yep.
play in London, bro.
Jags got
and they
two
have a
games in
huge
London
fan
this year.
base. It's funny.
Yeah,
Crazy.
so you're flying to London, which shouldn't be bad because you guys are on the East Coast and you're heading to a East
I
Coast
see, I
time
see,
zone,
okay,
so it
yeah.
shouldn't be too terrible. Then you got your Carolina at home.
Not bad.
Then you got Monday Night Football against the Cowboys at home. Then you got Sunday Night Football at Washington again. And then you got home at the Giants. Then you have a bye week. I think your bye week, honestly, is in a great. It's a perfect time.
Perfect mid-time.
I think it's
Halfway.
perfect for you guys.
You play 9.
Good.
Rest, yeah.
Then you rest for the rest of them. Then you
Exactly.
got Pittsburgh. Then you got Dallas on Thanksgiving.
That one.
So if you beat them on Monday Night Football, they're gonna be coming after you
Yeah,
on
exactly.
on that
Yep.
Thursday, vice versa. Then you got Arizona. You guys could win that. I think Indy's gonna be fine. You guys could easily win that.
But this one.
Seattle. Well, I think Seattle should be banged up by that time. So you're glad you're playing Seattle,
I
not
see,
fresh.
I see.
Then you got a Thursday Night Football game, Christmas Eve.
Ooh.
Wait a minute, we have a game Christmas Eve.
I feel like they've done Christmas Eve before
Have
as
they?
well
I
too.
thought it was
I think they did one this year.
They did one
yeah,
this
they
year?
did
Okay,
one this year, like
okay.
a Friday. It was like Friday or
Okay,
something.
like that.
Yeah.
I feel like they did it.
They
too.
did one? Okay. And then we got Sunday Night Football. You guys got a lot of primetime games. 1, 2, 3. London will be a primetime game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 big games.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, I would stick to over and under at like 10.5 or 9.5.
I would say 9.5.
Right, that's tough. That's not an easy schedule
No.
because I think we're looking at it like gimmies, but that's like the Eagles of like 2 years ago.
Right.
You know, the champ Eagles, because I don't feel like they really instilled the same sort of dominance this year. Like they were a good team, don't get me wrong, but so was Jacksonville.
Right.
Right, like Jacksonville was like 13 wins, weren't they?
Yep.
So they don't strike fear in me just because we need to see them reassert that run game and get right. And let's see what happens with the wide receiver room.
And if you
but-
lose to a game like a Carolina, which you predicted last year, they were going to be a decent team, and you know what I mean. That could cause.
Underdog games can
That's what I'm saying.
definitely,
That's what
So-
I'm saying. So
So
I
let's
think,
see. Yo, it's gonna be a good season, but I'm not feeling too confident
What
for
do you-
it.
what do you- what do
Yo,
you-
shout out to whoever made this graphic writing undefeated, bro.
He left
Writing
off
undefeated.
AJ Brown though.
because he knew.
Yeah, because he's
like, bro,
gone.
He's gonna be gone. We're gonna be Devontae.
He's gone, brother.
Listen, there's a lot of news happening. We can start talking about what's going on, but
Yeah.
I wanted to throw something out there
Yeah.
that might be a little bit of a monkey in the wrench
What we got?
for the New England Patriots.
What's that?
I heard the Jacksonville Jaguars have thrown their hat in the running for the AJ Brown sweepstakes. So it's not a done deal for us getting him, but
Whoever can offer a better package.
well, that's what I'm saying. Well, because they're saying that the Eagles you guys want multiple first round picks.
Definitely one first rounder. It has to be minimum one first rounder
So
that
that's
you're
what
going to
I'm
offer.
saying. Y'all
I
looking
feel
at
like.
multiple first round picks in Jacksonville.
They got them.
They got it. They got some money. They got the picks. They might be able to do it. Now, I think obviously he wants to be a Patriot, but I'm just throwing it out there over the last few little bits. I've heard some stories.
I don't know. The only reason why I feel like the Jaguars don't need to do that is because Parker Washington was like their third wide receiver, but was their best wide receiver for the last month plus of football.
Yeah.
They still have BTJ.
Yes.
And I know he had a sophomore slump, but you got to give him one more year.
Yep.
Plus, they traded for Jacoby Myers.
That's what I'm saying.
So I feel like they have like a good tight end, Brenton Strange. Like I don't know if they really need. I feel like we need a bona fide number one, and if AJ Brown has a say in where he wants to end up, right?
Yes.
Will the Jaguars trade for someone who won't make an extension for them? That's the point. You see what I'm saying? So I do feel like that plays in.
Yeah.
That plays into it because like if AJ Brown expresses, if his agent says he's not interested in re-signing a deal in Jacksonville, but he is re-interested in signing with his old coach and to be the number one wide receiver out there. That's why I think it makes a lot of sense for New England. But we shall see. Nothing is a given.
Right.
Nothing ever is a given.
I just heard, and I just heard a little, a little salt going around. I said, this seems a little funny to me. I should talk to the boys about it.
But there's been a lot of movement because remember a couple weeks ago we was talking about Stephon.
Yep.
There was some movement with him on the good side, but I heard something else might be going down.
What you mean?
Because I heard there's been more stories coming up,
There's
bro.
more stories about our boy.
I know.
Listen, he got acquitted off the first one. The chef was moving. She was moving and grooving. She was like, listen, you know what I'm saying, papi, let me make it a little this, let me make it that. He was fine off of that. What else have you heard about?
Well, I heard that there's another wide receiver who might have been up to some business.
Listen,
I know.
a number one wide receiver that's been up to some business.
A number one wide receiver who really needed to go back to that team as the number one as well. Gonna miss some OTAs because my boy Rashee Rice was up to something, huh?
I heard Rashee Rice got some surgery a couple weeks ago. He had some discomfort in his knee. You know what I mean? Just a little something, a little drainage, nothing crazy. But between then and now, I heard he had to get a test. Something
They hit him
happened.
with a little test out there.
You hit him with a testing?
What state is it in Missouri that state that he has for where he was doing the drag racing?
See. I think
because someone gave him he had to take a little P test.
The crash happened in Dallas.
So I wonder if he got tested in Texas or where your probation officer is. Like, I wonder who's testing him because it's not the NFL because the NFL is like the NBA, right? They don't test you for smoking bud no more, right?
Not anymore. No. Actually, hold on.
NBA, you can do it now.
Yeah, but I don't know about NFL.
I don't know about the NFL.
Well, because this is like the probation officer. He's on probation, so his probation officer or someone said go pee. It wasn't the NFL. That's legal.
So they're on a fine system, not of a suspension
yeah,
system.
exactly. So this is the state. But I wonder what state, though. Is it Texas?
It had to be Texas.
Yeah, damn. So.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a state level. That is not the NFL.
Man, he should have been on his P's and Q's. 30 days in jail is not convenient when you're trying to go start your NFL season.
I'm just like, dude. I understand that you got surgery. I understand, listen, like, you know what I mean? You got a little discomfort. You don't want to take the meds. You feel me? The Percocets is not going to be good for you. It's bad on your mind. It's bad on your body.
I agree.
I understand that. I'm not tripping. That's why the NBA had moved over to to the great side.
Of course.
We're grateful for that. Yeah. However, if you know that your probation is in Texas, pimping, it's in Texas, dog. It's not.
Right.
This is not LA. This is not New York. This is not Miami. It's Texas. They're gonna be the last state before that joint ever goes crazy, especially federal or anything. So pimping.
He got to get up to speed real quick because Gardner Minshew needs someone to throw to.
Oh gosh.
We'll see Patty later in the year. So
how do we feel about this with Patrick Mahomes? Is Patrick Mahomes just at home being like, bruh, like what is happening?
How long he out for?
He's not gonna. He technically might not miss nothing.
He might know
because the season's not gonna be on for a while. But he's in jail for 30 days now, so he's not gonna be able to report to like minicamp and OTAs that everyone's pulling up to right now.
He can't eat right. He can't do nothing. Now I'm wondering if they're gonna spring for a little house arrest. But I don't think he has a house in Texas. He got a house in Missouri. So it's like,
yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, big trouble for the Chiefs there. I mean, we'll see if they can stay afloat while they wait for Pat to come back. But
but
I heard
Pat out for.
Pat won't be coming back till later in the year because he tore his ACL late, bro.
Yep. So it might be
He tore his ACL all the way.
It might be It might be October.
Wow, you're right.
Maybe mid-October could you know what I mean? And if the Chiefs go on a 0-4 run or something
we'll
like
see what
that,
happens.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but.
Damn, that's tough for them Chiefs.
And it's a tough division. And so it's like really with Rashid being who he is, and obviously I don't know if I'm gonna give him an extension because I think he was due for some big money this year.
Contract right now.
I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like should this be kind of a wash season?
Oh, he's a free agent next year.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, he has to play.
He has to play.
Yeah, he has to play. But he was putting up great numbers prior to that ACL tear a couple years ago, so we'll see.
I'm just nervous, guys. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the AFC West.
What about the AFC North? I heard that there's another quarterback coming back to the division.
Dude, listen, one young man wants to squander his life. The old man still wants to keep going. What is the deal?
Yeah, 1 year. One more year. No retirement from Aaron Rodgers quite yet.
See that? It is a 1-year contract, but it's a club option.
Yeah.
So the team was like, all right, we take it.
Really?
It wasn't like Aaron. It wasn't Aaron. It was the club option.
So what does that mean, GLYBK?
He also has a lot of incentives in incentive-laden deal.
Right.
You can have a player option or a club option
Okay.
according to like the deal, right?
Right.
A player option is, if you have that, is depending on the player if he wants to stay with the team.
Okay.
But the club option is if the team wants you to stay.
Okay.
So this is more the Steelers. The Steelers are like, hey, Mr. Rodgers, we'd like to have you for 1 more year.
Oh, so they offered the olive branch to him
This is your club option.
and said, "Hey, we want this club option that we."
Yeah, it's $15 million. Not bad at all, but he has a lot of I think there's $10 million in incentives.
10 million.
Yes, so that he could potentially get $25 million.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of incentives in this deal. So
That's not
43-year-old Aaron Rodgers is reuniting with Mike McCarthy, and they signed Michael Pittman. So it's Michael Pittman and DK Metcalf. What do you guys think?
Got the 1 year. This come out today.
Yeah.
No, this is last year. This is
last year's contract.
We gotta find this year's contract, but yes, that does have incentive.
There's a lot of incentives that he can make. It's just like a current plan. Is that good for the Pittsburgh Steelers' future? Not quite sure, but you just need the best quarterback you can have in the moment, I guess.
Well, we talked about how the draft is the Freddie Mendoza draft. So it's not like that. It's not like they're getting a primetime quarterback. They got 2 decent receivers. They got a decent running back. It's like, okay, let's see if we can make some moves, run it back, win the AFC
new
North
coach.
one time, new coach, win the AFC North real quick, and have and maybe transition to somewhat, maybe for next year.
Yeah.
Just tough to keep up with Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. It's a tough
if the boys stay healthy, the issue has never been whether Lamar and Joe, because you guys are unbelievable. The question is, are y'all gonna be healthy? And last year, Lamar missed most of the year, off and on. So it's like, hey, if I'm gonna get a decent, healthier Aaron Rodgers or a possible Joe Burrow, which is the glass man, or my boy Mr. Jackson. I might take Aaron Rodgers out of those 3 for 1 year, not for not forever. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. One guy I'm a little annoyed with, who's holding out, another quarterback. We know him very well. We know this man. He's done wonders as a backup for the New England Patriots. He now plays for the Arizona Cardinals. My boy Jacoby Brissett has decided to hold out on OTAs because he thinks that he wants a new contract. GMYBK.
Yes, sir.
Are we giving this man a new contract? He played 2 games and won 1 of them. He didn't play 2 games, but I'm saying it was 2 games that were possible wins or close wins. Are we giving this man some money? He's been in the league for 10 years.
Can we give him like a veteran minimum?
Bruh.
He could get more than that. Like he can have $5 million, $10 million, because like quarterbacks get paid a lot. It's a premium. Exactly. I don't know what he thinks he's gonna get. It's not a reclamation project like the Baker Mayfield or the Sam Darnold was. He's 34, 33, 34.
He's 33. Yep.
Yeah, he's older now, and I know he threw for a boatload of yards last year. Because I seen, what was his name? Michael Wilson was going crazy in fantasy, and you'll be like, whoa, like 15 catches, 180 yards. I'll be like, huh? But it's Jacoby Brissett like getting all these crazy passing yards when they're down and just you're down so much and you just flinging the ball, right?
Yes.
So I'm not quite sure that, I don't blame him. Listen, hold out for your money all you want. You ain't getting it. You can hold out all you want.
What's he getting paid?
The Cardinals don't really have a much other of an option though at this point. No Kyler, he's gone. He's gonna be my prediction is he's gonna end up being the Vikings quarterback for the year.
You think
for
so?
Kyler, yeah. I don't think JJ's got it in him, but I don't know.
What did they pay? What did they pay him last
He
year?
signed a 2-year, $12 million contract with the Cardinals. So this year he's getting base 4.8.
So he still
He wants more.
He wants.
I would just take
20.
the $5 million. I mean, what other team wants him? I don't think there's a team that's like, we just desperately need a veteran journeyman to help us get over the hump right now.
And if you see his contract notes, there's like when he signed, he had a $6.5 million guaranteed, $1.5 million of a 2026 salary fully guaranteed.
Okay.
The 5th league day of 2026, but he was injury at signing.
Yeah.
And per game, he gets 30,000, and 2026 playing time, 50%, 1 million, 65%, 2 million.
I mean, unless the Cardinals want to commit to him being their starting quarterback, it's not. He's 34 or 33, going on 34, so it's not doomed yet.
Right.
But I understand what he's saying. He's like, if you want me to be your starter, give me a contract for a few years, maybe. But
like a 2 year, 30 million. 2 year, 40 million.
You're not commanding the market.
No.
And I like Jacoby Brissett. Respect to him. I mean, he played, like you said, great backup, came in and won a game for us.
He's done some stuff. I'm with you.
Yeah.
My whole thing is this: you have a top 10 pick with Jeremiah Love. Okay, he's only gonna get 4 good years, especially he's already a running back. Before you're gonna have to pay him a buttload if he's really about that life.
Yeah.
Why would I put in, a 4-year, $80 million or 3-year, $80 million contract to this quarterback that could get hurt? And I'm gonna just be relying on my running back the entire time because he's gonna be getting 26 touches a game.
Yep.
So it just doesn't. I'm a little upset, Jacoby. I understand you want the bag, and I'm all about it. But you only played a couple games.
Both teams need each other. Basically,
Yes.
or both parties need
yep.
each other in this in this circumstance. So I mean, Cardinals going to either need to try to sign whoever the best free agent quarterback this year is going to be, like after this following season, or hope that they're just ass and get like a very high draft pick and can draft a good quarterback. That's the only thing I can see, because Jacoby Brissett, in my mind, is like the Aaron Rodgers, just like a temporary solution. It's not my starting quarterback, franchise quarterback.
4-year, 5-year extension. You're already 33.
Yeah.
Pay you when you 30, 37.
Yeah, he's not going to command the Kirk Cousins market. Like, I understand that Kirk Cousins had the similar formula, like throw for a ton of yards and get a lot of touchdowns, but he had relative success with those regular seasons, and he was throwing like well over 4,000 yards, like 30 touchdowns, winning enough games, like 10, 11 games, right? Or even the 13-win season or 14-win season with Minnesota. So that's all I have to say.
He was also bet on himself, Kirk.
That's what Jacoby wants, but he ain't gonna get that money.
No, he's got
not coming.
Listen, ball out on your $6 million. Yep. Maybe you get some money on incentives where you say, hey, can we add a couple incentives? And which I'm cool with that. We want to add some incentives.
Yep.
We could put that in the contract, whatever. If I make it to the playoffs, I get $10 million. If, we're not in the bottom, whatever, I get this. Cool, I got no problems. But if you want to be Kirk Cousins, ball out on the contract that they give you. And then next year, if you threw for 30 and 4,000 yards with 11 picks, bro, you could command $30 million.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he could get whoever the agent is, get his number, have a good season this year, and then we talk.
Call Kirk Bangs on the mugs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What else is going on in NFL right now?
Did you guys see
what happened
yesterday in the Instagram?
No.
No.
So JSN, the Offensive Player of the Year of 2025.
Uh-huh.
He received his trophy.
Why are you laughing?
I'll put it right here.
Why you laughing?
He received his trophy. It says Jackson Smith, JSN. It says his full name.
Jackson Smith and
Spells it right.
National Football League Honors.
Come on with it.
AP.
Come on.
2025.
2025.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Wow.
Huh? Huh?
Congratulations, JSN, Defensive Player of the Year.
I know I know he broke up a pass, so someone was about to pick it one time last year, but I'm confused.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe the NFL.
He don't play defense.
He do not play defense. Wide receiver.
That's a hilarious mistake to make as the NFL.
Fam.
Yeah, and Jason was very disappointed.
Fam, isn't the NFL a $1 billion company? Billions. Multiple billions.
Everybody
Yeah, simple clerical error.
Multiple billions.
You got one job.
One job.
One job. And then if you see on the picture, we'll cap it. We'll clip it here. Why is the ear not spaced out?
Oh my gosh.
Two mistakes here.
Fire the intern. Fire the intern. Oh my gosh.
Did he spell his name right at least?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
I got the name
it's
right. That's a funny mistake to make.
But yeah, that's a funny thing on that.
Defensive player of the year. What did he say in order and because of that? What did he tell them?
He captioned, "Is getting disrespectful."
That is disrespectful. That is disrespectful.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
I cannot believe that too. Come on, it's like basically winning an MVP.
Yeah, offensive player of the year.
Yeah, and then you.
I mean, it's pretty simple to me.
Yeah.
It's a pretty simple
Oh
distinction.
my gosh.
All right, well, shout out to JSN.
Fire the
They
intern.
said, though, you had a great season.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yep.
almost 2K.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So close.
Listen, speaking of great seasons,
Another award was given out, I heard.
Ooh,
Another sport
Yes,
I heard. I'm
for
just saying.
great seasons.
I'm just heard talking about great seasons.
Back, two-time MVP Shea Gilgeous-Alexander of
Come
the
on.
OKC Thunder has got his MVP award. Everybody, how do you guys feel?
Come on. I mean,
Was it stolen from Jokic, or was it well deserved? Congratulations to SGA.
I mean, if you look at which I know you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to look at the postseason. You're not really supposed to look at what happened.
Right.
If you look at the aftermath of everything that's happened, SGA.
It justifies SGA having one for
It's in the
sure.
Western Conference.
You're
Finals.
right.
Okay.
So I'm okay with that.
Shout out.
However, shout out SGA. However, the numbers do not lie. And I still think Joker should have won.
It's just too much
Too
of
much.
like the engine for your team. Too much.
Yeah. Too much. I feel, you know what I mean?
I see it. To be honest with you, I know, like you said, we're not supposed to use playoffs, and I think playoffs kind of showed me more that maybe if we're taking defense right into account, because I
Yes.
feel like efficiency in defense is important, and the efficiency to shoot like 55% plus as a guard is unbelievable. Correct. And the defensive efficiency of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander does separate, like defensively, it separates him from Jokic. I'm surprised that Wemby didn't get more first place or second place votes than he did.
Disrespectful.
Because of what we're seeing taking into the defensive aspect of the game. We know the criteria. Everyone loves regular season. I have to say, I don't disagree with Shea getting it this year. I feel like last year my gut was telling me a little bit more like, maybe Jokic should still get it, but I think Shea, like, I'm like, you got that. Yeah. Like you get back to back.
I mean, he did get his consecutive game thing, the 122.
Yes.
Yeah, breaking a record that's held by Wilt Chamberlain is like means you've done something really incredible.
Really rare.
But I feel like, come on, if you still average a triple-double, that's still an MVP deserved. Jokic got stolen 2 times.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to mention our boy Luka didn't even get one, my brother.
That's crazy, fam.
He led the league in scoring.
That's crazy.
He didn't even get one.
That's crazy.
Kate got 2.
Yeah, I mean,
That's crazy.
I
That
think
was disrespectful.
I think this is the thing. I think we didn't see Luka for like the last half of the season. Not half the season, but like that month towards the season ended. So I think voters were just kind of like, "Oh, you're hurt. We don't know if even like we're gonna be able to put you in honor. So even if we voted you and got you those points, like we don't know if the NBA is gonna justify it." And that was when we found out about the rule exemption for them. I'm like really hurt about Wemby. Like I feel like at the end of the day, Wemby's team and what he does for them, and we'll talk about Wemby a little later.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like he at least deserved a couple of second place votes. Maybe not first place votes, but I'm like, bro, you should have gotten way more second place votes than you did. You know what I mean? It should, that's just me. I'm just like, I don't know. But one thing I will say, they did the same thing with Steve Nash. They gave him back-to-back. So I think it's a precedent where they do that, where if you have a season that's close to your other season, and especially if you continue to break records, whether on the court or in the historical books, they're gonna kind of cave to that. So number 1 seed, 127 consecutive,
wow.
20-point games.
Yep.
I can't.
Efficient, historically efficient shooting for a guard.
Yeah.
Solid defense.
Wow, he didn't
Can do it with the running mate. Doesn't need the running mate if J-Dub is hurt.
Correct.
It's just, like a well-oiled machine are those Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, did you hear about his acceptance speech? What he said? He's like, there's a reason why we've had, numerous MVPs in the last 12 years in the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I'm very grateful for, the organization and what they've done because they have created a system that works. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, you got
Great way to acknowledge that.
Yeah, it's good. Shout out. At least he's shouting out, saying, "Hey, like I am in a system, and I am doing amazingly because of the system that I'm in." I got to give it to him.
He's averaging more than 30 points the last 4 seasons without shooting below 51% of any of them.
That's nasty work.
This season, no guard has ever shot as well, 55%. That's what he has scored as much as 31.1.
That's what I'm saying. 55% for a guard is very impressive. And he plays great. He plays great defensively, right? Great free throw shooter. Obviously, a free throw merchant, of course.
We led the league in free throws.
No, actually, that's your boy.
Well, listen.
Yeah, no, that's your boy. He might have had more, but not per game. Like Luka led the league. Luka led the league because so this is where I feel like the narrative and the difference between them. Like you're right, he didn't get any votes. You're right, Sam. He did lead the league in scoring, but the gap in defensive efficiency for him in the SGA is stark. Not to mention the gap between him and the necessity of like being the engine to run your team. True. Him versus Cade. It's very true.
Yeah.
We saw that the Lakers can beat a number 2 seed without Luka, right?
That's true.
So I just feel like, and again, we don't use the postseason to justify it, but I'm just saying it's an example of I feel like that team can be successful without having Luka, not against a Thunder, of course, but it was a good race this year. I think that the 65 game exception rule added a little funny spin to it all. I think the person who deserved to win won it. Yeah.
Shout out SGA.
So how about the playoffs right now?
We got to talk about that.
Last time we spoke, we were still at the Eastern Conference and Western Conference semifinal phase. Yeah. So now we're in the conference finals, but I think we need to do a quick recap.
Yes.
I mean, very easy to start on the East because I feel like the semis went quicker probably than most people would have thought, but a 4-0, I mean, wow. Yeah. Philly, I know Embiid missed that one game. Of course, he's hurting, and New York just shooting threes like unbelievable. Can't miss a shot.
No.
In those last couple games. So any surprises in the series? A little bit of a fizzle out real pretty quick after Philly had a great comeback.
That's my whole thing. Is like
so disappointing.
Philly did really well against the Celtics, and I thought, okay, maybe they were going to put up a little bit of a fight against the Knicks, and they did nothing.
Nope.
They were nowhere to be found. Outclassed, outperformed, outmanned. I was like, oh my gosh. And it seemed like the Knicks were just playing with them. I think at one point they were up like 70 points in a point in a game.
Yeah, that last game was crazy.
And I was like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like what are you guys even doing? I feel like y'all playing a JV team.
2K rookie mode.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it felt like. So I was like, okay, like I think it was one of those things where, like you said earlier, you know what I mean, Mikey, if the Celtics were healthier for the entire year, I think you've said this in other episodes, if the Celtics were healthy, it would have been a different matchup. But at the end of the day, it just fell that way, and the Knicks said, oh, we got some
they have continuity. Dinner. Exactly what helps you in the playoffs.
We got continuity. Some chicken dinner, we're going to make it work.
Then you add some pieces to the side to like bolster it up.
Yeah, not surprised. That was the non-surprising series, though. I think there might have been more surprise for the Detroit Pistons versus Cleveland Cavaliers series.
Yes.
I feel like that preview for Detroit, when we saw the Orlando and Detroit series, I was worried for Detroit. I know they came back 3-1, but to get pushed 7 by a team like that is crazy. What did you guys see in that series? I mean, I saw a good competitive series, but it felt like the Cavs that we were looking for when it was about 50 games in the season and there was a few games above 500. We're like, where's the Cavs that's like got some continuity and is decent, like got some good players, good coaching? Where is that Cavs team? And I feel like we kind of saw them come to form as the series went on.
I think here's the thing. You go 7 games to start, the playoffs. Then we go 7 games to close it out. And I think here's my whole thing. Spider and my boy James, the Beard, they haven't had a lot of time where they were really, really like locked in with one another. Someone was hurt here, another guy was hurt there. Someone was out here, there's not a guy out there. They've had 14 games in playoff games where they're getting to know each other. I think this is like a recipe for success. I'm a little like surprised. Like, I'm not surprised in terms of this is what I wanted, but I'm surprised that, you know, when one guy doesn't show up, the other guy is showing up. When, you know what I mean? And when both guys show up, it is an ugly sight.
Yeah, we'll see if they can figure out how to win a game on like the road, because I feel like it took until the last game of the series for them to figure it out against Detroit, which is not like great. I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder to do that in the conference finals or the finals, where it's going to be absolutely necessary for them to do. But they've been playing pretty well. Even the games that Donovan Mitchell didn't play well, you get like a more of a step up from Harden. Or the Game 7 performances by Gerrit Allen this postseason, doing 2020s, which is like, huh?
How did you guys feel about Detroit? Did you feel like it was a series that they just kind of poofed, or do you feel like the Cavs just kind of stole it from, or like took it?
The first seed as a young team. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons. I mean, Cade's growing, and I mean the Spurs, of course, they're doing well.
Right.
Pistons, on the other hand, like Tobias Harris, we're like, damn, like you go to a new team.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we can see now what your worth is now, because I feel like Tobias Harris was kind of overshadowed by like the stars in his former team.
Yeah.
But in this one, it feels like he's kind of like playing with the star to Cade, of course.
Yep, number
Cade's
2.
young though. You know?
He's like a veteran journeyman though. Like, it can't be Cade only.
Yeah,
That's
right.
I mean, if we were gonna underline one thing, like, it can't just be Cade, because Tobias Harris, unfortunately, is not going to be the number 2 option at this point in his career on a championship winning basketball team. Right? They need a scorer. If that was KD, it'd be a different question, because KD still has that potential to score, etc. You know, injuries aside, but that's what it felt like to me. You know, Jalen Duran had a great year, took a huge step, could have been most improved. Him and Nickeil Alexander-Walker up there, of course. But
how did you feel about him not showing up though in this series? That's kind of
it just felt like he needs to develop his game more. You're not going to get him just going into the post. Like, he's not a 3-point shooter. No. He's not going to just randomly develop a mid-range like jumper, get his own baskets on a night when series slow down and you need people to figure out where the baskets are coming from. Asar Thompson needs to work on his offensive game, great defensive game. I just think they need a couple of help. You know, Dennis Jenkins, that's going to be like your number 3. It's just they need like a couple more players to like, and shout out to him that he played amazing. Like, they all played amazing. It was a 7-game series. They were up 2-0 at one point. It looked like, is Cleveland out of it? But Cleveland protected home court, and then they figured out how to steal that. You know, they stole that game. That game 5, and it's hard to win 4 games in a row in a series. So I wasn't surprised when Detroit won in Cleveland, game 6.
right.
They just came and did their thing, and we saw. I feel like the best thing about Donovan Mitchell's performance in this series was when he went for 37 points in the second half of that game.
Nasty.
He ended with 41. He had 4 points at halftime, but ended with 41. I was like, okay, 37 points and a half is great.
That's insane.
We'll see. Anything can happen, and that's a great matchup. Cleveland and New York.
Yeah.
I love that matchup. I think it's a competitive one.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting series. Obviously, you know, while we're talking right now, they're in the middle of their game. It's their halftime. So we'll see who edges out today, and hopefully we can get back to you next week and give you guys a little update of what's going on in the Eastern Conference Finals.
West was tough for you guys, huh? I mean, I'll let you guys say what you want.
Why you gotta beat us?
We have to talk about it because we got to go on the West side, because we got to look at the 2. There was 2 series.
I hear you. Listen, I thought my boy was coming back. We did call this though. We did say if Luka's not here, we done.
Yeah,
But we thought the boy was coming.
I mean, man, if Luka, AR were healthy, we were looking good in the regular season. You know
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm
Denver,
saying.
we
I
were
was
top
like,
3,
oh.
maybe top 2, take down Denver, and we were right behind OKC. But then the injuries happened.
It's just tough, dude. It's just tough. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, we were just overwhelmed. As you know, I mean, the Oklahoma City Thunder is a great team. Obviously, defending champions. Like, it is what it is. And we weren't at full strength. And, you know, I thought we'd maybe at least get one game because, you know what I mean, a sweep is just, you know, especially with LeBron's, you know, up in the airness, being a free agent, it definitely puts a bad taste in our mouth. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, we don't have enough. We don't have enough. We don't have a big man that I feel like can actually dominate the paint, especially when we kind of looking at as the series is going, and even, you know, we'll talk about, you know, the man upstairs beaming down from God knows where. But, Yeah, we don't have enough big men. We don't have enough depth. I think it was a great season.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
It was a fun season to watch.
I relied on Aiden too much in the regular season, like when we first got
Yeah.
him, and I was like, wow, he's gonna make a difference. But I don't think.
We said exactly how we felt when we got him. I said I feel like Aiden, you need to get it together. I didn't feel like he was
The
it.
games he balled out when we won, it was like, all right, but there's no consistency. And
No.
the guy would go down and like score 5 points.
But you notice when he goes against another big man that's actually legit, he shrinks.
Yeah.
And when he
Yeah.
does, and when the team doesn't have a real big man, he's fine. He's not. It's he could do his thing.
I feel like we gotta get rid of like Rui too. I know he contributed a lot in the playoffs. Like I feel like we have to kind of like rebuild around Luka one more time.
We need to get rid of AR. That's what we need to do. Sign and trade.
Like we have to build around Luka. Like
Wow.
rebuild it again.
That's what I would do. I would get rid of AR.
Yeah, because he's going to command like what, 4 years, 200 million?
I think it's
Extension?
4 years, 240, or 5 years, 240,
Oh my
something like that.
God.
I'm not paying him
Unbelievable.
$240 million.
So talking about the player option for next year, Austin Reeves has a player option for next year, and then he's a free agent.
So he's not going to take the player option.
Yeah, he might not even take this and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a free agent." So we'll see how that works.
What's his player option for?
$14 million.
Yeah,
I
the
would
Lakers
take
have
that.
so many free agents. I saw it's a lot. The whole team is free, essentially.
So
These are all free agents.
name them all for us real quick.
We got LeBron James,
Dang.
Rui Hachimura,
Dang.
Austin Reeves,
Dang.
Maxi Kleber, Luke Kennard, DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, Jackson Hayes, Nick Smith Jr., Chris Madden, Drew Timmy. Oh man, Latan Albridge.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What are we doing?
But that's like most of the team. Like, look at it: Rui, LeBron, Austin, Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton,
So basically, our
Jackson
starting
Hayes.
rotation is
All of those guys played so many minutes for y'all in the playoffs. Like that is not good. But you have a lot of money. You'll see what happens, right? I mean, their payroll is pretty damn good over there. I heard.
I'm just, dude.
I think the series went exactly as it was gonna go. It's hard to beat the reigning champs who got mojo like that.
Yeah.
It's just hard. They played tough first halves, and then second half they just couldn't hang.
sustain it. Are we keeping LeBron? Are you keeping LeBron, Mikey?
I would try if I was the Lakers, just for the sake of what he commands in the marketplace.
He played amazing during the playoffs.
I would totally take it.
You know what I
Try to
mean?
get him back.
He was relegated to a third option during the season. Came back in the playoffs, became the number one option, and played phenomenal. I'm paying him.
No, shout out to LeBron. That was he played great this postseason.
How much did he get paid last year or this year?
LeBron?
Yeah.
LeBron got
50
paid
mil.
59.
Yeah, crazy.
So pay him 45 and call it a day.
But you
That's
think
fine.
like okay, let's talk as a Lakers franchise.
Okay.
You think paying LeBron $45 million 1 year is gonna help though? Well, you can get like two sub-stars.
Who though?
We're gonna check the market.
But that's
You
what
gotta
I'm saying.
re-sign
If the
all them.
market,
You got to re-sign it.
Right now, when you look at the Lakers right now, you take out the player options. This is the green
Right.
player options. We only got Luka, Vanderbilt, Jake Lavaria, Dalton Connect, and Bronny James in our team right now. That's all we got. You take out the player option. We are empty right now. So talking about rebuild around Luka, it has to happen now.
this feels like an apocalypse when it comes to the
The
Lakers,
Lakers
man.
got to do something now.
I
We'll see
feel
what
like
happens.
this is like
urgent.
we were like delaying this issue, and then we trade for Luka, and we're thinking, oh, it's gonna be great, just to find out, nah, bruh, it's gonna be the dark days are coming.
So right now, the top names in the free market in terms of like end of this year.
Okay.
I mean this year, I guess, is LeBron, Zach LaVine, Trae Young, Harden, C.J. McCollum, top 5.
Okay.
Is your available free agents right now?
Any big men? What are the centers looking like?
Let's see.
Like that's
We got the center. We got Harnstein, Vucevic, and Nurkic, and Zach Collins.
Yo. You would get 2 of those guys?
I want low-key Mitchell Robinson.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
I like the guy.
You get
He's like a backup though.
But
center.
you could get 3 of them dudes. You get 3 of them dudes, get rid of AR, keep LeBron, and then get Zach LaVine.
Vucevic I love, but he's older a little bit. He's like 35.
That's what I'm saying. But I get Nurkic,
This is the
Vucevic.
power forward because Hachimura is also free. So
Who else we got?
wow, Tobias is a free agent.
John Collins. Tobias?
Kuminga was not bad too, but he got a club. Never mind. They might get him back.
What do we got for guards? Who's I want to see. I want to see if I'm trying to get this team for next year. I'm trying to.
We got the guards for you right here.
Okay, say I take Zach, Trey with LeBron.
You want Zach and Trey?
Woo! With LeBron.
Okay.
Trey's not gonna. He's gonna take that player option and stay.
I feel like because they got the first pick too, and they got AD. Washington's rebuilding.
Yeah, he's gonna take that player option.
You think so? So I'm not gonna get. So I'm not getting Trey.
I feel like
I'm not getting Trey.
Wizards might give him an extension for like 5 years. I think.
But like I could get maybe Colin Sexton or in a Dort with.
Ooh, Dort will be
that's what I'm saying. Get a Colin Sexton with Dort. Maybe even a Norman Powell. Get LeBron. And 2 to 3 big men.
2 big
smaller. And get rid of AR.
They're gonna have to shape up that team sooner rather than later,
That's what I'm saying. I might as well get some 27, 28-year-old dudes who can kind of, hold me down for 2 years. Maybe get me to a Dallas situation. I get to the Western Conference Finals, maybe even a Finals, because Luka's a healthy Luka.
I say we re-sign Kennard though.
I'm cool with that.
Luke Kennard was great.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
He played great for y'all.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Keep LeBron, Luke Kennard.
And give Marcus Smart like a veteran minimum if he wants.
We could do that too.
I feel like because he did great for us too.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there.
But I'm keeping LeBron. I'm sorry. After what I saw,
$45 million, you gonna give it to him?
I'll give him 40.
40? Okay.
Because they were talking about paying him 20. I'm not going to pay him 20. That's disrespectful. That's too low. But I'll pay him 25, 30.
Minimum 30.
Yeah.
Like the low,
that's what I'm saying, 30. Because one, the legacy, and two, because he actually is good.
Yeah.
Michael John, what you think? You pay him $30 million? You paying LeBron $30 million?
I would. He can get paid whatever he wants because what he commands from the market isn't necessarily play. You have to pay him for legacy too, not just for what how he plays. But you guys are gonna have to figure it out soon.
They're in trouble.
Yeah.
How you think I'm feeling?
They're gonna cook up some.
There's a lot of good teams ascending. So that was obviously OKC took out the Lakers in 4, which was not a huge surprise. But Minnesota, who wasn't able to make a lot of moves this year in the offseason, put up a bit of a fight, but the Spurs, the young Spurs, the rebuilt Spurs took down Minnesota in 6 games. That was exactly how I saw the series going. I wasn't surprised when Minnesota won game 1. Like it felt like, we're going to try to play like hard, keep it close, win these close games, and they won by like a bucket. But you could just feel when the Spurs play their ball, like they're just they rotate defensively. Wemby makes it a nightmare to drive the paint because he's just colossal. And they got a lot of good shooters, athletic finishers at the rim. They're very talented. And I had a feeling because Minnesota just lacked you lose DiVincenzo, who was top 10 3-point shooter this year, like 253s made this year. It's just hard when like an integral piece of your team falls out and it's like, Mike Conley played great filling in. Right. He's an older guy, like a veteran journeyman. Like Smart played great for you guys in the postseason. I would take him back too, but you want like someone who's like more of a front, you know what I mean? You need someone.
He gonna play 40 games and do something nice for you for 40 games, average more than 15 or something like that.
I want them to take better care of Ant. Like I want some more people to get put there with Ant.
What do you mean by more? What do you mean by more people? Are you thinking a guard? Are you
something, man? I mean, Ayo Dosunmu, shout out to him. He had a couple of good games in the playoffs, but it's like you need. I feel like he needs someone to go with it. Like Randall, I like the role he plays when he's like backing down in the paint, like playing like strong. Like I like him as a 20 and 10 guy. He was a big scorer with the Knicks that one year, right? Like 28 points per game, went crazy.
The Lakers when he was young.
So, but I like his role here. I don't know what it is, but they need something because you gotta try to match these Spurs in OKCs now, right? That sort of athletic team, good. Rotational defense, smart guys, 6'6" guards like Dylan Harper. Like we talking like not smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
it's just like such an athletic young team, and the same thing, athletic young team with a few key pieces, right? You need the Carusos, you need the Harrison Barnes to kind of be the veteran little voices there to help keep the team together, right? But man. I felt like it was a good series, competitive, but Ant just felt like it wasn't enough there to help him get over the hump.
I'm really wondering if this series would have gone a gentleman's sweep if Wemby didn't elbow that dude
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
you're
like,
right.
I feel like even like the series, okay, we see it in 6 games, but it's like even you losing by 30, you know what I mean, for the final game. I'm like, yo, I feel like it's a lot further than the numbers is looking like. Yeah. How did we feel about Wemby not knocking him out? But I'm saying
that was his first ever career ejection.
He was pissed.
He just threw kind of a bit of a reckless elbow. I don't think it was malicious. It was more reckless than it was malicious, and that's it. He learns his lesson.
Yeah.
It was a funny little scene when he mouthed like, "What does that mean?" To Harrison Barnes, he said, "What does that mean?" When they upgraded it from a flagrant 1 to flagrant 2. So you're right. It probably would have been a gentleman's.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The Titans. Did you guys notice? So like it's like the 4 seeds remaining in the playoffs are a 1 seed, a 2 seed, a 3 seed, and a 4 seed.
Crazy.
I love it.
It's crazy.
I love that. So I think my initial thoughts here is going to be great conference finals. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. I'll take OKC in 6 over the Spurs, even though they lost a thriller in game 1, which we can discuss. And I'm going to take the Cavs 2 and 6. I'm gonna go for a crazy little Cavaliers and Thunder. I got this gut feeling for that right now. You know, I just can't pick the Knicks. I can't envy it. I can't. It isn't envy to pick the Knicks.
Listen, I'm not doing it either. At the end of the day, I'm easily gonna be taking the Cavs. I feel like they're, I think they're gonna be able to make it happen, and I think it's gonna be the Thunder in 7. I think it's going 7 games. I think.
6?
Yeah, he said 6. I think when I look at last night's game and the absolute cinema that we saw. YBK, can you set the scene, please, just a little bit for the listeners so that they understand what this game was looking like? Because we was texting when I was in rehearsal and y'all was letting me know because I had it on my
list. I saw in the 4th quarter. The last 3, 4, maybe 10, that thing was going back and forth like it was like. I've never seen that kind of basketball in a while. It was cool to see that. Both teams were so competitive. Defensively too. I'm like, wow, this is like prime peak.
Prime peak NBA. It felt like the 2000s.
Yeah. It was a good game for sure. It felt like San Antonio was in control by that 6-8 point gap most of the game. Yep. They kept pushing it a little bit, but OKC was always hanging around, and you're like, they're at home too, so we know that they're liable for an easy 6-8 point, 10 point run just to keep this thing close. Yeah. Like you said, down the stretch was definitely cinema, back and forth. Each team's star players hitting game-tying shots. Wemby looking crazy on some of them passes in the paint where he doesn't even barely jump. He puts his hand and just dunks it backwards. It's crazy. I'm like, what are these alley-oops?
Chet Holmgren blocked him. Nah, he dunked over it.
Oh, you know what was funny? Everybody. I'm sure you guys might have saw the meme about
how Chet looked.
Yeah, Chet Holmgren. You guys know, of course. I'm sure you've seen. I'm sure you've seen.
He was hurting. Let me see that real quick.
It said Chet Holmgren.
Oh, that ain't right. That ain't right.
It said Chet Holmgren when he go against Wemby head to head.
That ain't right.
I mean, you're right. It ain't right, but it. High key was a story of that when you sweep and you get that extra week off. That extra week leads to a little rust because AJ Mitchell, number 2 scorer for them in the postseason, and then Chet Holmgren. I don't know if number 3 or 4 wherever he sits, but definitely. Because J-Dub's been out, he's been an option. Neither of them had more than 2 shots until well after the third quarter. Yeah. So I will say, listen, the storyline's going to be Wemby is an alien and Wemby is the best player in the world. The Spurs went on the road and took this. What I saw was an absolute stinker from SGA this game.
Yes.
Right? Great defense because he's getting run off, they doubled him and hounded him all game. But his passing was fine. So many open 3-point shots that just Aaron Wiggins miss after miss. Cason Wallace, a lot of misses. Lou Dort, a lot of misses. Caruso, a lot of makes. But so many 3 points missed by OKC. I felt like there was a lot of opportunity left there. That game, if you run it back, a similar game where same defensive sets, same offensive opportunities, they're going to just perform a little bit better and make some more shots. So I'm not going to sway it in San Antonio's favorite quite yet. Yeah. If they go and put on a dominant performance in game 2, it should shift in their favor, most certainly.
I think when you look at it too, you got two storylines I think about with this game. You got SGA getting his MVP that night, so he's getting his award. Everybody's feeling good, feeling lax. Okay, we're really grateful for him. This is a great team win, X, Y, and the third. Then you got the Chet and Wemby situation. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but Chet and Wemby have a storied history. Chet won the American USA, Olympics situation. I think it was like the young
17 under or 18
under,
like 18 under or something.
A couple years back, and made Wemby look like a rag doll, because at the end of the day, Wemby just didn't have the NBA grit. He didn't have the NBA weight. He just wasn't where he needed to be. And I think Wemby took that to heart. I think he said, "Listen, I'm going against Chet. I didn't get no MVP, number one votes. They disrespected me. I got to let them know that I'm about that life." So I feel like after watching this game, though, I got to give it to you. I got to say this. Wemby, I have a lot of respect for you. I think when I see a dog in the hunt, especially in the NBA, around these times and ways, you don't see a lot of them. So I got to tip my hat a little bit to the boy, because, man, you got that dog in you, for real. My boy was playing.
I have two things.
Talk to me.
One thing, I'm going to ride the hype train. Them San Antonio Spurs looking Gucci.
They're looking Gucci. They're looking good.
They even have the De'Aaron Fox out there playing. They're looking Gucci. And I mean, come on, 41, 24, 3 assists, 3 block, 1 steal. He did everything. Wemby did everything.
Hasn't had a game, and no one
ride this hype train
all
the way. And I think the Spurs have the edge to take down these OKC
What?
But I have another thing to say. I feel like OKC Thunder finally met their match. They're like, Phoenix, Lakers, like sweep, and it's like, stop the train, stop the car for a second.
Yep.
We gotta talk. We have to have a meeting right now. I think that's where OKC is right now, because man, double OT definitely shell shocked them. I think.
Yes.
I'm going to say this, though. They were like down the whole game, and in the fourth quarter, they took the lead like late. And for as bad as they looked, like I'll say this. I missed the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the game. It was 7-0 or 7-2 when I started watching the game. 7-2. They came back. They were like behind the whole game. It always felt like there's a calmness about it. Whereas the Spurs, let's see what they have. They haven't had to play long series. They haven't had to play a seasoned team yet. Like, right? Okay. Minnesota, they played a seasoned team. Someone who's been one step short. But this is a team that's been evolving every year, whereas Minnesota hasn't changed. I just feel like OKC, for playing so bad, almost won that game, with SGA having like, what did SGA finish as?
24.
SGA was 7 for 23.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So it's like, I just feel he's going to get to, when he gets to his spot, he had no rhythm. And he was getting to his spot, those little elbow jumpers in mid-range. I just think because they threw him off a little bit, it's not going to happen. I'm not worried yet. But I will look at the record of the Spurs versus the OKC this year. The Spurs have the edge on them.
Yes, they
it's
do.
the only team that has the edge on them. Exactly. Yep. So let's see. I won't put it past them. Yeah. They're just young, man.
I remember I was talking, I'm like, this is the finals, I feel like.
Before
we hit the actual finals.
Yes.
This matchup
this
here
is the finals.
prime time basketball that we wanted to see.
Yeah.
Right here. The 1 and 2, baby,
Should be fun. I mean, here's the thing. This is what I will say, too. Caruso is not going to put up 31 every game. You feel me? So you edge off about 7 to 10 points on that. You add that to Shea and maybe somebody else. They're around.
He will score like that if the Spurs continue to defend
like
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander the way they chose to defend him. I just don't think that they'll go. What was the 3-point? How many 3 points did they take and how many did they make?
The team was 17 for 45.
Okay, it's not terrible actually. At the end of the game, they started hitting some, so that's not that as.
At the end, they started.
It's not as bad, but they started off. They were.
Caruso ain't gonna shoot 8 for you though.
That's what I'm saying.
If they defend
if they leave him open,
that's what
he'll make them.
Seriously, they're gonna have to take those shots. We'll see. Maybe that's a good recipe for them to defend. The thing is, a lot of people were very exactly like, let's let Alex Caruso try to beat us and not SGA. It's a good defensive plan, actually. I like their plan.
I mean, if Jalen Williams, if he made that 3, That would have sealed it, I feel like.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that would have.
Yeah. What? Oh,
if he made that three.
Yeah, when they were up 4, right, or something.
Done.
No, for sure. If they hit that 3, or if they hold the ball and get a longer possession, I was thinking the same thing. They rushed that shot in that overtime possession. Yeah, it's going to be a good series. I think there's a lot of adjustments that can be made on both sides. Indisputably, there's a deeper rotation. They don't use 12 plus guys, the Spurs,
Right.
and OKC can if they wish. Yeah. Let's see. It's shaping up to be a great series. So
YBK, what is your predictions? How many games?
Spurs in 6.
Spurs in 6.
Yes, I'm riding the Spurs train.
Okay.
You know, our Lakers are gone. So
I know. I heard it. There's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
Yeah, I think Spurs in 6 for me. And the flip side. Oh, did you say your Eastern Conference?
Oh, I'm gonna say Cavs in 6.
Oh,
Cavs in 6. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. I'll say Cavs in 6.
Opposite everybody.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go New York in 5.
New York.
Knicks in 5, everybody.
In 5.
In 5, gentlemen sweep.
Boy, you putting some pressure on your boys.
I know.
Put a little
I know.
pressure.
They need it.
But the Spurs, though, man, I was so cool to watch the second half, like that electric.
Yeah.
Like, wow, these players are like, wow. It's 10.
They were playing. They were definitely balling. And I'm really looking forward to what it's going to look like for the rest of the
What's
series.
going on right now? What's the score?
Cavs are up right now, 50-49. It's still, it's still
halftime.
lock and step. Third quarter just kind of got started.
Okay, cool.
So we won't really know until that. We might hang around after the pod and watch a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see a little bit.
That's
of the
why
game
I
and
went with
watch it.
OKC in 6 because before game 1 I had OKC in 6, and now will I be surprised if it's 7? No, but that's why I'm like I got to stick with my guns, and I'll give my answer like pre what I think before. Still run it. I have no doubts. It felt like the same way to me when Minnesota won game 1 off the Spurs. Yeah. I just feel like I gotta see something. I gotta see like someone to dominate the Thunder.
Yeah.
I can't see someone beat the Thunder when they have their best player have like an all-time performance and like that team had a really bad night. Like that team's best player had their lowest performance. I just have to see. You know what I mean? I need to see SGA. I need to see SGA have a good night and the team have a solid night and they still lose by 15 because they're just outmatched. You know what I mean? And when that happens, I'll hand the crown over. OKC's going to win this year still. I got to go. I got to go. OKC's going to win it still. So, hey, I know it's been a long one because it's been a couple weeks, but before we send it off, I know we're almost at an hour and 30 minutes. I got to say, I don't know if you guys caught, Netflix did a little bit of more promotion.
Yes.
We remember back when we saw Mike Tyson and Jake Paul boxing. They love spectacles, right? Yep. This time we had the MVP Promotions doing its first MMA card featuring Ronda Rousey coming out of retirement to fight another pioneer in women's MMA, Gina Carrasco.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, it's crazy. Ronda comes in, took care of business in 15 seconds or something, right? It was like
17 seconds.
Yeah, Gina Carano is like a legend. Don't get me wrong, but 44, you haven't fought in 20 years or whatever, 17 years. It almost damn near looked. I'm not saying it's staged, but like, damn, I know what people are saying. Like, they just made a bag off of
Jake
15
Paul,
seconds.
The Paul brothers, Jake Paul's behind it. So I mean,
it's his promotion.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little stage in that situation. I did see a video that surfaced right after the fight where it just looked a little like Ronda and her trainer were really trying to make it poppin'. How much was the payout for it?
Ronda Rousey got paid $2.2 million.
Yeah, and Gina Carano made over $1 million.
To get tapped out in 17 seconds.
Crazy, yeah.
Listen, would you take that if someone armbars you in 17 seconds for $1 million?
Most definitely.
Yes.
So we can run. I'll quickly run through some of the other purses. Nate Diaz fought Mike Perry, and Mike Perry, Nate Diaz always is a bleeder. That boy bled everywhere. So he got stopped in round 2 because they couldn't continue after too much like damage, too much blood. Mike Perry's very violent, great at bare knuckle boxing, still looked decently skilled in MMA, but each almost made $500,000. That's not bad at all. Francis Ngannou came in. He got a big payday, $1.5 million to step back in the ring. We haven't seen him in a MMA match for for a little bit. He's been out. He took like a year and a half off. We saw him do the boxing with Tyson Fury and then with Anthony Joshua. But he got 1.5 million to absolutely slime out Philip Lins, like this like Brazilian fighter who only got 100. He only got 100K to get absolutely decimated by Ngannou. I feel bad. He should have got more money than that.
At least
I feel bad for it, but yeah, they brought a lot of old timers in. There was, shout out to Adriano Moraes and Fumi Nkuta rather.
Yep.
They had a really competitive fight. I don't know, a little dirty. Adriano Moraes got the choke as the clock ran out, and it looked like he might have choked him unconscious right after that the bell rang because the referee had to give him a little extra. Get off. Really? I don't know. It was a little bit. It was crazy though. He hit the buzzer beater choke, which was crazy. So. Cuban man knocked out Junior Dos Santos, former UFC champ. So it's a lot of fun to be had on the card. A lot of finishes. Not quite the same as UFC when you watch like the highest level of competition, but entertaining. In my opinion, yes, it was entertaining.
People got paid. It's not terrible.
I'm gonna send y'all home with some big news. I don't know if y'all heard about. Always in June, we've talked about this before. International Fight Week.
Right.
International Fight Week in Vegas.
Right.
I don't know if you guys heard the big news about who's coming back to the ring.
Ooh.
The UFC announced same night that MVP Promotions had their fight. The greatest, the notorious, Conor McGregor is coming back to the octagon in July. He's fighting Max Holloway at 170 pounds welterweight fight. Conor McGregor's booked for a fight in 2026, y'all.
Come on,
Conor McGregor's back, guys.
Electric.
I know that's language that y'all could understand. You know what I mean? So, International Fight Week's going to be a fun one, and McGregor is back, boys. So, I just wanted to send y'all off with a little bit of a cliffhanger. You already know what it is. Wow. Shout out to my brothers. It's been great to be back in the lab with y'all, and man, what a night it's been.
Yeah, man. And it's been a minute, so we wanted to give you guys a nice long, stuff to be able to digest.
Drank through both of my drinks already. I'm like, we went crazy. We went long.
We wanted to give y'all, we wanted to give y'all some spice. There's been a lot of news. Also, I just wanted to I just found out literally while we were on the show, Jason Kidd got fired from the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, still owed about $40 million on his contract. So we could talk a little bit more about that in the details as that goes on. But it's always great to be with MSD. It is always great to be with my brothers. It's you guys are the best. Come on with it, baby. Come on with it.
Yes, sir. It's always good to be chilling over here.
Come on, baby.
Let's get it. What is it? We at hour 30.
Come on.
Let's get it.
We gotta give you a little bit.
That was a hefty episode. No, but it's been a minute. We had to get right.
Yes, sir. We love it.
Love it.
Yes, sir. You already know. Let's get MSD Sports. We got the sports news coming right at you.
Come on.
We're breaking news right now. Boom, and we're right at you. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. RCL presents MSD Sports, episode 53.
53.
My name is Sam. You can find me at YBK up in here.
It's your boy Michael Jones.
Yes, sir. We can find him at Michael John Stefano. We got Camden Camden. Let's get it. You can find him at Mr. Club Paradise. You can find us, MSD Sports, at RCR MSD Sports. We on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You already know it. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.